Mojang have released Snapshot 20W06A. The Nether has changed forever, and in my opinion, it's a change for the better. We're going to take a look at what's new now. Hello everyone, Flashrabbit here, and we're taking a look at the Snapshot 20W06A. Like I said in the intro, the Nether has changed forever. We're expecting the 1.16 update, 1.16 update to drop in the first half of 2020, so we've not got long to wait. And there's absolutely loads in this update. It's packed full of brilliant things, new blocks, new spawning mechanics, the lot. We've got 3 new biomes and 1 renamed biome. One is the Crimson Forest, where zombie pigmen spawn. Soul Sand Valley, which is now fraught with danger. We have endermen spawning there, we have skeletons and ghasts in some numbers. So that's going to be a very tricky biome to navigate. We can also see huge fossils spawning in these soul sand valleys, which will give us another opportunity to gather bone blocks. Apart from the skeletons that you'll now face, you'll be able to collect the bone blocks. And there's also new atmosphere and ambience, new particle effects in the Nether, which make it look much more scary and much more daunting. In fact, it reduces your visibility in some cases, so you can't see what's that far ahead, which makes it even more nerve-wracking. There's also vertical biome changes. We can have 1 biome down at the bottom of the Nether and 1 biome at the top of the Nether. Now that's different to the way it has worked in the past, because usually it's horizontally. You walk through biomes and they change as you walk along the terrain, but not anymore. And as well as the Crimson Forest, we've got the Warped Forest and Nether Waste. That's the renamed Nether that we all know and love. It's now called the Nether Waste. Okay, so let's have a look at the changes and the blocks that we've got to build with now. We've got some amazing blocks to build with. I can't wait to get some designs going. We've got the Crimson variants over here. We've got the Warp variants over here. And each block has a counterpart in its opposite forest. So here we've got the Crimson Nylium, and over here we've got the Warped Nylium. Now, if either of these blocks are surrounded by netherrack and you bone meal them, they will change to the Nylium variant. So we can get that quite easily in the Nether. The Warped block now forms the foliage for the huge fungi that now grow in the Nether. This is for the Crimson variant here is the warp block that we normally see. Over here we've got a new warped block, the warped block, which forms the foliage for the warped stems. Now, the warped stems, although being a fungi, it actually looks a little bit like wood, particularly on the top and bottom. It's directional in the same way that wood is, and you get the stripped variant in the same way that you do with logs. And it's got this amazing animated texture to it. It's almost twinkles. And the same over here, we've got the directional feature of that you get with logs. It's also got a little twinkly animation effect with it, and you get the stripped variant as well. Now, you also get all the byproducts of logs that you would normally expect. So you get the planks, you get steps there, you get signs, buttons, slabs, posts, fence gates, trapdoors, pressure plates and doors. And over here we have the warped variants of those blocks. Now, in the Soul Sand Valley, we get a new block, the Soul Soil block. Soul Sand still gives you slowness if you walk over it, but Soul Soil doesn't. So that's good to know. And if you light Soul Soil with a flint and steel, it creates Soul Fire. Now, this deals 2 hearts per second of damage as opposed to 1 heart per second of damage for normal fire. We've also got some new plant life that grows in the Nether. We've got the warped roots and the crimson roots, as well as the different kinds of fungi here. They both have the counterparts in each biome, and also these weeping vines. Now, they grow from the underside of a block in the crimson forests, and they grow downwards just like vines do in the overworld. We've also got these here in the middle, this brilliant looking block. This is a shroom light, and it's a new light source that we've been given. And this grows in between the foliage of the crimson stems and the warped stems. It gives off the same light level as glowstone, light level of 15, and it looks absolutely amazing. We've also got these blocks here. This is by far the rarest block that we're getting in this update. This is ancient debris, and you use this to smelt in a furnace or a blast furnace, and it smelts down to netherite scraps. You then combine netherite scraps in a crafting table with gold, and that creates netherite ingots, which you can then combine with your diamond armor and diamond gear to make netherite equivalents. Or you can really flex and you can make a netherite block. I don't think there'll be many players in survival anyway creating many of those. You're looking to find about 4 pieces of ancient debris per chunk in the nether, so it's going to be quite difficult to come across, and it's going to require a lot of digging because it doesn't spawn with an air block next to it. It's going to be completely enclosed in netherrack, so you're not just going to spot it whilst walking through the nether. We've also got this, which is basalt, and it grows in pillars in the soul sand valleys. It's a directional block, so you can see if we place it this way, the texture goes horizontally. If it's placed upright, the texture goes vertically, and the top texture looks a little bit like cobble. But when you place it down and you walk across it, let's see if we can hear this. Not really, but it's almost like a gravel sound that you get as you walk across it. So very much like a path, the sound that you get as if you're walking across a path. Now, all of these blocks present an absolute dream for builders. So I've come up with a few ideas here. Look how well it complements this glazed terracotta. I think it'd look wonderful as a wall inset. It'd also look absolutely fabulous as a floor, I think. We've got another light source in the way of torches using soulfire, and also the soulfire lanterns. Now these lanterns are crafted in exactly the same way as a lantern would be normally, except you use a soulfire torch. And you craft soulfire torches by adding a stick and a piece of soul soil in a crafting table, and that gives you this soulfire torch. And a fabulous light source. It's going to give off a much more subtle light than normal torches, so I think that's going to look wonderful in build as well. Also, there's been other changes, technical changes and bug fixes and so on, which I won't go through because they're going to be covered by more technical Minecrafters than me. But I'll just mention this quickly, that redstone now has an underneath texture. Previously, if you put redstone on a glass block, you would look through it and it'd appear as though there was nothing on top. Now you can actually see the redstone line, which I'm sure redstone builders will be very pleased about. And there's also this, if you like, a connected texture now on wall blocks. We don't get the gaps in between anymore. So we can use these now for walls, which is absolutely fantastic. Now, they also carry a redstone signal, so you could have a lever up at the top there and a redstone contraption down at the bottom. Flick the lever almost instantly, I think it is instantly actually, the redstone signal travels down and activates your redstone contraption. Unfortunately, it doesn't work the opposite way yet. That might change, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what comes when the 1.16 update actually drops. So, now that we've had a look at what blocks we've got to play with now, let's go into the nether and have a look and see what that looks like. So here we are nether side, and we're in a warped forest, and look how gorgeous this looks. We've got this purple hue that comes over the biome, creating a brilliant atmosphere. We've got the huge warped stem fungi there, the warped stems with the animated texture, and the blue warp blocks creating the foliage. And you can see there amongst the foliage we've got the shroom lights creating a different light source in this area now. But it's absolutely huge, this update, and I'm so excited. It's going to be absolutely brilliant to play in survival. Although I've got mixed emotions, if I'm honest. On the one hand, I think it's a wonderful update and I'm really looking forward to it. On the other, I'm scared and I don't want to have to deal with it. Oh my goodness. Over here we've got the Soul Sand Valley with the soul fire burning on the soul soil. Now this will burn forever, similar to the alternate type of fire that will burn forever on if you light netherrack. As I say, you get this slowness over the soul sand still, but you don't get that over the soul soil, which is good to know. But look, we've got Enderman now spawning in the nether, which makes the whole area much more challenging. These giant fossils as well spawn naturally, so it's another area where we can collect bone blocks. And look at this huge basalt pillar that stretches from the bottom all the way up to the top, and you can mine this to your heart's content and place it in your overworld structures or even your netherworld structures. It will look fantastic. You can hear the Ghast there in the distance calling our name. There he is. Hello, Mr. Ghast. You're not really interested in me at the moment, but once it goes into survival, you'll be very interested. And they spawn in some great numbers now. But look, we've got this turquoise fog that comes over the biome, which makes it a purple fog, which makes it difficult to see too far into the distance. So you're not really sure what you're going to run into. And of course, those new particle effects, which are the spores from these huge fungi that grow in this biome now. Now the interesting thing is, these fungi, although they are fungi, they don't spread in the same way that mushrooms spread. So that's a little bit different, but there's not like you're short of them. There's loads to be going at. So if you want this blue wart block, you've got plenty to go at. It would be lovely if we could get a blue nether wart block, sorry, a blue nether brick block that could be crafted from these nether wart blocks. That would be absolutely brilliant. We do have prismarine, of course, but a new nether brick, blue nether brick block would be very, very nice. So I'm going to fly around and find us a crimson forest to have a look at, and when I do, I'll bring you back and we'll go and explore it. See you in a minute. So here we are in a crimson forest. Look at this, it's absolutely gorgeous. We've got this red hue now that comes over the biome, and we've also got these weeping vines that grow down from the underside of the blocks. We've got the nether wart block that we know forming the foliage as part of these crimson stem fungi, and in the same way we've got the particle effects floating around the spores from these huge fungi that spawn in these biomes naturally now. You can just see through there. There's a little bit of the nether that we know and love, which is now been renamed Nether Waste. And I'm actually a little bit late with this update, so I'm actually recording this in snapshot 20W07A, so you can see some new friends that we have in the nether now called a piglin. I'm going to do another video on the update of 20W07A, so I'll not cover those now. But for now, we'll get back into the overworld and we'll have a look at the armor and the tools and weapons that we can create now with the new netherite. So here we are back from the nether and our adventures over there. We're back to the overworld to talk about the new netherite armor, tools and weapons. And the way you make it is quite simple. You simply grab your diamond gear. We'll use this chest plate as an example. We'll also grab a sword, why not? Pop it into a crafting table with a netherite ingot like that, and you get the netherite chest plate. Now we've got +2 armor toughness and +8 armor on the diamond chest plate, but on the netherite chest plate we've got +3 toughness, the same level of armor, +8, but we have 1 knockback resistance. So if we're in the nether and we get hit by a skeleton's arrow, we're not going to, well, chances are we're not going to fly back off the edge of a cliff into a lava pool. So that is a wonderful addition. So we'll make that there. Now if you want to create yourself some netherite ingots, you do that by putting 4 netherite scraps into your crafting table and 4 pieces of gold, and that creates a netherite ingot. Now this is the first alloy that's been introduced into the Minecraft game. An alloy is where 2 metals are mixed together to make the final product. In this case it's netherite and gold, which results in the netherite ingot. And if you take 9 of those and put them in your crafting table, you'll get a netherite block. So it's very, very expensive to create netherite blocks. Let's get ourselves netherite sword as well. So this gives us 1.6 attack speed and 8 attack damage. Now the thing is, when you do combine your diamond chest plates or diamond armor and diamond gear with netherite, you lose the enchantments that you had on your diamond gear, so you will have to re-enchant them if you wish to do so. But I think that is a small price to pay for the advantages. And it seems that this Nether Eye Armor is built for the Nether, it's built for Nether exploration, and it's built to help us overcome the new challenges there, because none of this will burn in lava. So if you were to die in a pool of lava in the older versions, you would simply lose your gear. You'd lose all your diamond gear, all your enchanted gear, and that would be it. You'd have to start again. But netherite doesn't burn in lava, doesn't burn in fire. In fact, it floats. So if you lose your gear and you lose your armor in lava now, you can go back and collect it without a problem, because it'll be there waiting for you, floating on top of the lava. It's also, I think, important to note as well that these wood blocks and the byproducts of the logs, of the stems, don't burn either. They won't. They're immune to fire damage, so you can build in the nether quite safely with these blocks, and same with the counterparts on the crimson side. They're not affected by fire, they won't burn. If you drop them in fire, in lava, they will still disappear. You won't get them, they don't float like the netherite does. But I think it's absolutely brilliant. So that covers the changes in the 20W06A update from Mojang. Thank you very much, Mojang. You've given us so much to do and so much to think about. I'm really excited about the 1.16 update, and it's not going to be long before it comes to us. If you've enjoyed the episode, don't forget to press the like button, and please consider subscribing. It helps the channel out loads. Until next time, thanks for watching.